Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Hopefully we are all doing well. For those who do watch most of my episodes, a quick update for IS Top. If we quickly have a look, I am IS Top 62 and I am currently worth 48 million. We are slowly progressing. I haven't done too much grinding recently, just seeing that I have been quite busy, but we are trying to continue getting up even higher on the IS Top. Now, in today's video, I am going to show you guys how to build these insane spawning farms for all of your best spawners, aka the villagers. If you guys do enjoy, please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you got any questions, make sure to drop them down below. Just a quick one before we do hop into the rest of the video. I do stream over on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/RhinoNitro. I stream Valorant content over there. So if you guys do enjoy a bit of Valorant, make sure to head over there and check it out. Alright, so straight up, making money on the server. The best thing you guys can do is have spawners. As you can see, this is my current setup. If I open up the chunks, which is with F3 and G, you'll see that this is 9 chunk farm. I've made this compact as possible so that one person can AFK as much as possible. As you'll see, I have made my Enderman farmer with my slaying robe or my grinding robots just here. And if we have a look, of course, they are still making good gems and XP. Now, this farm is simply AFK'd by just standing right in the middle here, which is pretty crazy. Although I do find standing dead in the middle, these bottom creeper spawners don't actually spawn. So what I'll do is typically just sit below here, and as you can see, all the spawners are spawning, so it makes things just a little bit easier. And of course, I do have unlimited flight, so it is nice and simple. Now, I personally don't have any ults, which does hold me back from making as much money as possible, and holds me back from having as many farms as I possibly can. So making this compact as possible, I'm able to AFK as many spawners as possible when I'm able to AFK, although I don't actually AFK overnight, seeing that I just don't like doing that so much. Not sure why, but it's just what I do. But now, let me just quickly show you guys how to set up this super easy farm that can make you millions, if not billions, once you've got it fully set up. Now, what we're going to do is first of all start at the bottom. You don't need a base setup here. I've got this weird design. Couldn't quite tell you why. I just felt like doing it on the day when I was setting it up. But as you'll see, I have legendary auto cell chests placed down the bottom here. To do this farm, you are going to need legendary auto cell chests. It may appear that I have 10, but I only have 5. If I quickly just pick up these chests, as you'll see, I have a legendary auto cell chest and a normal chest. So what I do is place the auto cell chest just below and place the normal chest, which makes it into a double chest, which will all auto cell even though you're only using the one chest, which is something pretty cool that I've seen other people do from last season. And then on top is a legendary chunk hopper, which you need so that the chest and chunk hopper can sell at the same rate, just to make things perfect, just to make things run as good as possible. Now again, if I open up my borders, the purple I've lined to be the outside of the middle border and come into this little cross section. So you're obviously going to need one hopper in each chunk, and as you'll see, I've divided this up. So to build this, simply come into one corner and start off with the outside corner and the inside. And of course, you place the normal your legendary auto cell chest with a normal chest just next to it. We'll come over here. As you'll see, not in this chunk because there's already one over here. We'll do this chunk, and again, repetition on this. So each 4 corners is simple like that. And then I have this single one in here. You don't need to add the extra chest for the hopper that's only doing one chunk, but I just have, because I just like having it that way. I guess I don't have a reason. I just like to do it. That's just how I've always done it. And then obviously each chunk has a chunk hopper that goes into an auto cell chest. And with this setup, you limit the amount of cell chests you need. Of course, this is a 9 chunk farm, as we can see. Then, once you guys have set this up, I recommend going up about 64 blocks off the ground, seeing I have tested myself, if the spawners drop the mobs, you get better rates. You get better mob spawning rates due to the mobs getting away from the spawners quicker. So of course, that will lead you to making even more money. And then once you build up 64 blocks, you'll come place a pillar in each chunk. And as you can see, I have placed 2 blocks from the corner from these for the outside ones. Of course, because the chunk is 16 by 16, there is no dead center. So first of all, place your one block, at least a block, to mark a roundabout, a center. Choose whichever one you want, of course. And then we'll come out, we'll build out to this chunk, an extra 2 blocks, and on the 3rd block across is where you'll build up the pillar. Come to the corner again, and as you'll see, it is 2 block gap. I'm just looking at this little chunk section here, which is 2 blocks, and then on the 3rd block is where you place your spawners. And as you'll see, that's what I've done all along. These 2 blocks just ensures that these mobs aren't spawning in the other chunk, because of course, if the mobs spawn in the other chunk, it is going to clog the other chunk hopper, which will make you lose your rates. But as you do see here, just occasionally it does spawn on the outside. Another big thing you need to do, if you do /is perks, come over to the spawner AFK radius. You do need to max this out to make sure that every chunk is being AFK'd with this. Now, this did take me quite a while to max out. It's not too hard until you get to the challenge where you have to make 250,000 XP. I found the quickest way to do this is I just grinded blazes sitting there while I had a movie up, and just click along and make sure you do have an XP pet. I had a legendary XP pet, but Spoken P on the server, who is quite big on the server, did lend me their mythical XP pet, which did speed up the process even quicker. So once you do grind out your IS perks and get up to the max level, which is 6, you do get the AFK radius of 16, which allows you to stand in the middle and have the spawners spaced out how they are. Now let's move on to what spawners and how many stacks you want per chunk. Of course, I recommend trying to only have 1 spawner in each chunk, or 1 type of spawner in each chunk. But as you can see, I have mixed and matched in some due to me not having enough villagers to fill all of those up. The villagers is what I am mainly investing in. I do have a stack and 19 of guardians, but it's purely just from me grinding. Because I am a high enough skill level, I do get guardian spawners. I do also have the iron golems again, which I did grind up from farming. Now in the center chunk, I do have the guardians and iron golems. And then what I've done is allocated 5 chunks for villager spawners. And then the other chunks are made up of blazes, creepers, and endermans. If we have a look at the shop and head over to mob drops, as you'll see, blazes sell for $4 each, ender pearl sell for 5, and gunpowder sells for 4. So it is higher than the other mob drops in here. That is why I'm still using those mobs. But of course, if you do come over to the ore shop, you'll see that the emeralds sell for 50 each. So it is a massive increase from the basic mobs. From just doing some slight testing myself, I have found the best amount of spawners to have in a chunk with only a fire scroll in them. Again, I could be wrong on this completely, but I have found 8 stacks of spawners is just about the right amount, seeing that the legendary chunk hoppers keep up with that. Although keep in mind, with 8 stacks in each chunk, the hoppers overflow a very little bit every minute or so that I found. But other than that, it kept the hoppers and auto cell chests kept up with it just fine. At the moment, as you'll see, I don't have 8 stacks of villagers in each. That's purely because I don't have the money to quite do that. Now, hopefully that does help with the way I've explained how to set up these spawners. Hopefully you guys are able to do that yourselves. And I do believe 7 to 8 stacks is about the sweet spot for the spawners. But of course, if you do put looting scrolls and magic scrolls in, that is going to change things. For those who don't know, looting scrolls obviously give you extra loot for each drop, and magic scrolls also increase the rate that the mobs spawn. I don't currently have those in my spawners, seeing that there's not 100% an exact purpose for me at the moment, because that does use quite a lot of gems, and personally, I'm just trying to max out all of my mythic pets at the moment over buying excess of scrolls. Typically, people won't add their grinding setups just here, but like I did say, I don't have ults, so I need to optimize the spawn rate as much as possible. Of course, if you guys do have an ult and you do want to chuck that on my island, just let me know. I'll definitely never say no. But yeah, Spoken P used to help me out, but he currently needs all the ults, which is completely fair enough. Seeing if we do check Ice Top, he is the owner of Casuals and he is Ice Top 5. He isn't grinding for Ice Top as hard as he was before, but that's fair enough. Now with this grinding setup, I am able to AFK here, which is perfect. So that is just about everything for my spawner setup. Of course, if you got any questions, do drop them down below. But one quick thing I want to update you guys before I end it is my mining robot setup. I believe I just started the second level. As you can see, there is a bit of lag for me over here. So I have filled up 1 row, 2 rows, and I am onto my third, which is pretty sweet. Of course, if I was grinding more, I would be able to have even more, but I'm slowly getting up there. I'll stop filling this corner once I do start dropping even more frames, but right now, it's not too bad. I can still get through and upgrade all the robots. Alright guys, that is the end of the video there. Hopefully you all did enjoy. Hopefully you guys all did learn something a little bit new and can improve your spawner farm setups. Of course, you can make this even bigger once you have more ults, seeing you can just make another 9 chunk farm for each ult you have. But of course, you're going to need enough spawners to be able to do that. If you guys did enjoy it, please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to be notified when my next videos are up, make sure to join my Discord. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.